Hello, this is Anthony, and I'm doing the video essay for my I'm at 260 class. I'm doing a video game analysis on This War of Mine. I'm gonna start in the nighttime. This War of Mine is about is a lot on ethics and decision makings to keep your people alive. Right now, this is the night 5 of one of my playthroughs with Pavle, Katia, and Bruno. And this is when I'm starting to get really not much of the materials I need, so I start struggling, and I'm hoping that it can be viewed through the morals and ethics of this game can be viewed through how the game displays it right now. So I shall skip forward. I went into here. Some of the mechanics of the game is to scavenge and pick up materials that you find on the ground, and the goal of this game is to survive, is to keep your people alive as long as possible till the ceasefire. My main task right now is to go through this house that I'm in undetected from the people inside. And when I have Pavle here, he's my really banged up one at the moment, so hopefully he should be doing good. I spent a lot of time in this house because I want to make sure that no one I just want to make sure Pavle doesn't get hurt or die, because when a character gets hurt, everyone in the squad gets affected. They start feeling depressed. They start feeling down. They don't want to do things. They start moving slower, and you want to make sure all your people that you're playing, that you're controlling, is at top condition, or else that you'll lose. So right here, Pavle, that's a different mechanic than scavenging. When the icon is more of a stealing the jewel, it means it's someone's private property, and that means it'll be bad. Another mechanic that I'm using is this hiding mechanic, and as you saw, the player just walked by me. My main objective right now is to get food. So this refrigerator is, I wanna steal a bunch from this refrigerator. So I'm just have Pavle waiting for the woman to leave the room, and then I can raid the fridge. Got to keep a nice little lookout for all the surroundings. Wherever you see red pulses, that means that there's a person there, or something's moving, and that's sound. You also make sound. When you run, you make more sound. When you're shoveling through stuff, you make a lot of sound. Sometimes you want to stay quiet so you stay undetected, and that's usually the best course of action, is to stay undetected throughout the whole thing. Now, right here, what's happening? I wasn't expecting this NPC to notice the doors open. So now I've lost my chance to raid the fridge. So I decided to just leave because bad things may have happened to Pavle, and I don't want that to happen. Now that Pavle's back home, of course, you have a chance to get raided back at the place that your people stay at. So it's not looking very good. I have little water. I have no food. Everyone's either tired or hungry, and I just need to. The only good thing is that it's kind of warm. So usually with the people that you get, they each have a special skill. Pavle's a fast runner. Katia is a good bargainer, and Bruno's the cook. So they each excel in their specific topics or fields. So you want to kind of take advantage of them. Right here is the workshop menu. The workshop menu can be upgraded, which is what I'm doing now, because I would like to board up my structure and keep my people safe from raiders, but it doesn't look like it was helping at the moment, unfortunately. We may skip through. Oh, we shall not skip through, because a nice little person showed up at the door. This man is, you trade with him. And I would always like to use Katia to trade because she's good at bargaining, which is a nice example. So, I want food or water. So, I'm gonna try to hustle as much food as possible. I love picking up sugar because you just get a bunch of it and you can just throw it all to Franco, which is the name of the trading merchant guy that shows up every once in a while. You can just throw it all to him, and with Katia, you should be able to get what you need without expending actual valuable materials. Right, we're all hungry, and all my people are hungry and starting to get a little sad, so I would like to get Katia. Katia loves coffee, and Katia's my girl. She's my favorite. She's content right now because I've recently done nice things, and she's she's a very nice girl. So when you do nice things, she becomes happy, and it's it makes me feel good, which is one of a nice little empathy type of thing. Because you know it's Kadi is my girl. That's the point. And so when she has coffee, she feels better about herself, and she becomes more productive. And then it also works for cigarettes for Bruno. Right here, that's going on right now is the radio. The radio gives you information or plays music. You want to listen to it to see if anything bad's happening outside, or any situations that could be going on in the outside world. But and apparently your players get less sad. I don't want to say more happy, but less sad when they're listening to music. Right now everything's looking good. I got a bunch of food from the guy, and he should be even though I got 3 of the canned things. So the canned foods, you can eat it without it being cooked, and it sates the person's hunger in one go. The meat is for cooking the hot meals, and that sates the hunger in one go. And then the thing that doesn't sate the hunger in one go is the vegetables. You have to eat 2 vegetables to sate the hunger. Alright, perfect. Right now it's a good example that I don't have boards, but I'm also running low on materials too. But I want to use it up. I want to use my wood to board my place up right now. We shall skip forward because to the night of this one, and I become really paranoid right now because I've gotten raided a couple times in a row, so I want to make sure the night is calm. That's also why I boarded it up. See, perfect. I also stood. This is and now all my people are hungry or tired, except Kadia. Kadia's not tired. But it's getting pretty bad right now, so I'm a little on the edge for how I'm gonna feed my people. Not because there wasn't any inside in the beginning. There are these top pieces that you must clear out in your room, and in the beginning of the game, it basically gives you the starting materials. And today just goes on like this. And I remember in class how we talked about that one of the biggest things about war is just the boredom and the suspense of just sitting around and waiting to do something the next day, or it becomes so lonely there. I'm gonna keep skipping forward. I'm getting really frustrated right now, and I won't be able to do much. I try the ruined villa. This is back with the lady that saw at the door. Now, really unfortunately, what happens right here is the woman spots me right off the bat, and it's a no-go. She's gonna call someone. I don't want Kadia's my favorite, and I don't want her to die, so I'm just gonna plan on leaving and go home with no food for like a third day in a row. Now I come back with no food, and I got raided once more. Pablo has suffered a deep wound, and I don't have any bandages, I don't have any food, and my fast runner is hurt. So I'm it's gonna be hard for my peoples to come back from it, but we shall see. I don't think much happens today, especially since oh, okay, see, this is a perfect example. Kadia is now sad instead of being content. Same thing with Bruno. Everyone, the raids are constant. Pavle got injured. They start feeling all these negative occurrences, and it takes a toll on them. And when it happens, they start getting negative quotes above their head saying whatever they're thinking, but it's never anything good. Yes, I shall skip. Right now I'm just trying to wait for the bargainer, Franco, to come back and see if he can sell me some more food, but I don't really have much to give him, so it's not, I'm just stuck in this pickle right now. I just gotta keep everyone asleep and hungry and sad. So perfect. Now I realize that nothing is good happening, and the quiet house is a place where two elderly people live, and I decided to go to this as a last resort, because when you steal from these old people, they don't fight, so you can just take whatever you'd like. But because I like Kadia so much, she feels sad to take these things to take all the people's all the two old people's stuff. But I just needed it more, and I kept apologizing to this man, and he just kept following me around, asking me why am I doing this, and it just felt bad because I know I'm letting Kadia down, I'm letting these old people down. Like nothing can really keep me from feeling good, but I am accept the enjoyment of when I get back and I get to actually feed my team. as you just saw, there was a little note. You can find those laying around, and you get to a more in-depth story about what's going on. Oh, lock picks. So some doors are locked, and you need a tool to break in through the door. Now, unfortunately, I never take them whenever I need to bring them, or I didn't have any made, so because of lack of materials, unfortunately. I love getting coffee for Katia, and this was my trip from starving to my last resort quiet house, and then coming back home and feeling sad about how, once I believe that Bruno has this type of personality that doesn't care much for the old people. That's why I sent him instead of Katia, because I feel like if Katia would have experienced stealing from the old people firsthand, she would have skipped being from sad to depressed. And I can't have, I rather Bruno be depressed because he's my cook. The only thing he needs to do is make the food. But now I'm happy. I've acquired bandages, which will now start healing Pavle, and I got food, which will now I'll start feeding everyone. I've talked. I gave you a little playthrough of the game. Again, there's a bunch of fun mechanics that this game has, and it really ties in with a bunch of, and the goals of this game is to survive, but the problem is with surviving is that when you try to empathize with the people, it's hard to let them go. Because when I get someone killed, I don't want the person, I don't want to continue playing that game, because it's just not the same, especially without Katia. It just gets to me, and I just need to start anew, because it doesn't feel right with only having 2 people. That it has to have the 3. Well, besides going into different games and having more than just these 3 people, but in this setup specifically. Tasks: you must care for your team and make sure that they are well and fed and rested so they can work for you better. You also have to stealthily bypass NPCs that might be harmful to you, or just a threat in general. Another goal would be like you wanna upgrade your stuff so you can start getting guns and armor, and you'll start building up and be a nice little team that can be a force to be reckoned with. But I unfortunately haven't gotten that far to be a force to be reckoned with. Rewards are being the force to be reckoned with, as you keep up with your tasks, you go around, you find good materials, and you build the armor and guns, and that's also the same with for fertilizing and planting tobacco and cooking food. Well, time limit's running out, and I've went through the rundown through the game and how it can be played from my perspective, and what the player needs to do to try to survive in the basic mechanics. So thank you, and this is Anthony signing off.